What's going on, y'all? Cutty from Cutty TV. We're back at it again with another amazing episode of the Still Trappin' Legally podcast. So, if you don't know, this podcast is to teach you ways of making money without needing a job. So, all of these episodes drop different ways for you to invest your money or use your time on making more money so that you don't need a job. So, welcome to the Still Trappin' Legally podcast. This episode is probably going to be my favorite. I mean, everybody knows I've been YouTubing for about 8 years now. We're going on 8 years being a YouTuber consistently, and it's been amazing. I mean, it's been ups, it's been downs. I've learned so much, and I'm actually going to take a couple of my tips on what I've went through in my experience and give them to y'all today, because I love to simplify everything that we're talking about. So YouTube, I'm going to break it down the most easiest way for you to understand how you can accelerate and expedite your way of being monetized on YouTube and making money so that you don't need a job. I mean, that's the best thing in the world, right? And YouTube is such an amazing way for you to make money without needing a job. I mean, it's a platform that you can control and you can monetize. And YouTube has thousands of creators on there. I mean, of all sorts and kinds. I mean, people do everything on YouTube. They cook on YouTube. They do pranks on YouTube. They do reaction videos on YouTube. They do covers on YouTube. People are making thousands of dollars a month just by uploading them playing with chips because people can go to sleep to it. So, as you can see, YouTube is definitely a way for you to be making money without needing a job. You just have to find your own niche. So you can create anything because there's someone out there in the world that likes the same thing that you like. You have to think, there's more than 8 million people inside of the world. There's 4 million people that live in LA. So imagine out of 8 million people, somebody has to like what you like. So you can think about that with YouTube. And people come up with a bunch of creative ways to build a YouTube account. It's especially one for the younger creators. I mean, people are doing game videos on there. They're playing with toys. I mean, people are making a killing on YouTube. So starting a YouTube early and growing it can only be beneficial for the future. Now, I've been on YouTube for about 5 years consistently. I'm talking about every week I put out a video or at least a video or two. And in that time, I have learned a lot, let me tell you. Now, I'm going to break down some of my biggest tips on YouTube that you can follow today. And you can get monetized way faster than I did. I mean, now that I have a monetized account, I'm like, if I would have did all of this 5 years ago, I probably would have been getting these big YouTube checks. I would have been figured all of this out. So in this episode, that's exactly what I'm about to do. Because the great thing about YouTube is that if you create timeless content, it'll never stop making you money. So always think about that with like your YouTube videos. Like, how can I create timeless content? Like the piece that you're listening to today, the Still Trappin' Legally podcast. This is knowledge that is timeless and will only be played for years to come. You got to think, you got to create some kind of content like this for YouTube. Something that anybody can listen to. Something that when people come along your niche, that they're going to search for you first. You want to be what everybody wants to watch. So think about that when you're creating your content. Who would watch this? Why would they watch this? And what purpose am I putting into my videos to make somebody watch this? That's the major thing about YouTube. And I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips and tricks right now on how to master YouTube and monetize way faster than 5 years. Let's start with some of the things that will expedite your process to getting monetized. What you want to do is you want to follow these steps because you will be on your way to making money on YouTube forever. I'm trying to save you 4 to 5 years of trying to accomplish the YouTube dream by giving you the secrets right now. So use the advice, share it with somebody else, help them grow their YouTube channel. Hey, wait a minute, here's an idea. Why don't you make a YouTube channel about everything you learned about growing a YouTube channel? There's your start right there. So what's first with the master class of getting monetized on YouTube? Well, let's start with what you need. So what do you need to get monetized on YouTube? Now, getting monetized on YouTube means YouTube pays you every time somebody watches your video. That's what getting monetized, just so we're all on the same page here. Now, what do you need to get paid from YouTube? What is exactly needed? You need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. Now that's all you need. So now that you know what you need, you just have to figure out what to do now. So let's break down how you would accomplish this 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers in under 1 year. If you follow these tips, they're going to give you all of the insight that you need, and they're going to take you exactly where you want to be at, which is getting monetized on YouTube. So make sure you pay attention, make sure you grab a pencil, or do whatever you got to do. But let's get started on getting monetized on YouTube. So what's the first thing that you got to do? If you ask me, somebody now, look, I'm monetized now, so I'm trying to give you the gems. If you ask me, man, you need to find your niche. That to me is what helped me elevate through the YouTube algorithm. Oh, because that algorithm is real. So you need to find your niche, honestly. So what is something that you're going to be making your content on? That's really what a niche is. Like, what's going to be a reason for watching you? Why are people coming to your YouTube channel? Like Cutty TV. So Cutty TV is an independent platform. You're going to find some independents on there. You're going to find some dope music artists on there. You're going to find some dope painters on there. Maybe some dope fashion designers. But it's a platform for independents where you can find new independent people or independent events. Even like Vlad TV. Okay, like his niche is interviewing celebrities, around current events. So if something major happens, he might bring that person onto his platform and give him an interview. Maybe even like Mr. Beast, who's another big YouTuber. What is his niche? Doing giveaways, giving away cars, giving away houses, literally changing people's lives. All of the crazy challenges that he does. I mean, he did his own Squid Games. This is a niche. Nobody's done this before. So that's what you need to find out. What is your niche? I mean, you can also talk about sports highlights. I mean, look at all of the sports pages that make so much money on YouTube just by talking about the game that just happened. That's a niche. Most people are either at work, they're missing it, they don't know what happened during the game. You can be the insight that they're looking for, and that can be your niche. So you just want to find out what's going to be your audience, what are you going to be talking to your audience about, and what's going to be their reason for returning back to your YouTube channel. So step one, figure out your niche, man. That's the first thing you need to focus on. Before you focus on any other tips, focus on finding your niche. What are you going to be making YouTube videos about? What are you going to be talking about? Who's going to be your audience? Figure that out first, and that's going to be your first break of the iceberg on getting monetized. And that's just the beginning. So let's get on with the next thing. So what can expedite this process of you getting monetized on YouTube so you can make money so you don't have to work a job? Okay, so you found your niche. You know what you want to go on YouTube and talk about. You know what your audience will like, and you think this is good content. So what's next now, Cutty? I found my niche. Now what do I do? Well, now what's next is you have to create the content, but you got to remember a couple of things. So let's get in talking about creating before we just make it seem like it's nothing. So creating content on YouTube, how you start will be how you finish. You have to know that. So you want to be uploading great content along with your niche. These two definitely go hand in hand when it comes to uploading to YouTube, because if you found your niche and you can upload it in a great quality, kind of going back to what I was saying, you only do YouTube once. So every YouTube video that you make, once it's uploaded, it's up there for the people to see. So how you start will be how you finish. If you start your YouTube video off with a real good video and you keep following it up with real good videos, then you're most likely going to get a real good audience and a real good response from YouTube. So know that that's the second thing. So even tapping in with like a professional, maybe getting a cameraman, somebody who understands like color grading and scenes and angles and different elements about video that will help it stand out. If you have to go to a professional, I definitely advise you to go to one. But if you want to take the time to go onto YouTube to learn how to shoot YouTube content, wow, that is a mind brainer. You can go on YouTube to find out how to create YouTube content that will go viral, that will allow you to expedite your monetized process. So you see how this all goes into creating great content. Right now, you can go on YouTube and find somebody who created a video about creating great videos on YouTube. Wow, it's like the niches are endless when we're talking about YouTube. So again, get with a professional, or learn how to do it yourself, but just learn how to do it to a high capacity. Don't just pick up your phone, start filming, and literally upload it to YouTube, because I've seen that many times, and that does not get you anywhere. I am sorry. You must put some effort in when we're talking about YouTube. So learning color grading, learning transitions, learning how to edit and chop your own videos, learning intros and outros, learning how to put music in at the bottom of videos, learning how to, have your logo on the corner. All of these things are very important when we're talking about YouTube. And again, if you do not know them, I advise you get with a professional so that they can make your entrance just as good as your exit, because you want to start as good as you're going to finish. So if you start off amazing, then again, you're going to get amazing results. You're going to have an amazing audience, and YouTube is just going to be amazing for you. So let's get on with the next tip. So now we got our niche figured out. We have great content that we are ready to upload. Now, what could possibly be the next step, Cutty? I got it all figured out. I got my niche and I got my great content. What more could I possibly need to upload on YouTube and start making money? Well, listen to a couple of these tips you're about to find out. So the next thing you need to focus on is your titles and your descriptions. Now, I know you've probably heard of the term clickbait. Oh, that title's clickbait. Or they put that title there because they wanted me to watch the whole video and it had nothing to do with the video. You've probably experienced that millions of times. Well, those people are actually all-star YouTubers and know how to get people's attention, and that's something I'm about to teach you today. So titles and descriptions are very, very important, because that's where you'll end up when people are typing your video, and if you'll pop up in the first couple of videos. All of this is very important. So your titles and your descriptions, you want your title to be very close to what your video is about. So if you're recording Busta Rhymes, you want to put Busta Rhymes performing live. That would be something that a Busta Rhymes fan would click on and they would watch, whether they know you, whether they don't know you, whether they know your network or they don't know your network. Your title is a way for you to attract new people who don't know you. So putting a clickbait title, or just a clickable title, something that is simple, something that's relatable, something that is a little juicy, maybe something interesting that happened during the video. Your title is very, very important, and also along with your description. So your title is the first thing that they see when they're looking at your YouTube video. And then when they go to watch your YouTube video and they click the description, they're going to read that first to see, well, what am I about to watch? Is this about to be a whole thing, or what is this really about? So the more that you put into your description, the more that you describe your video, you will not only catch certain keywords, which will allow you to be higher up in the YouTube search, but people can read about your video before watching your video, and if they're interested, they'll watch your whole video. So it's a way of you drawing people in. If they can read it, if they can understand it, if it's simple, if it's relatable, if it's a topic that people want to know about, if you're just putting the right words to hit the right situation, people are going to watch your videos. So you have to take that into account. Your titles are very important. Make sure you're putting a clickbait title. It doesn't have to be clickbait to where you're lying, but if you have, again, a video of Busta Rhymes performing, make sure your title is Busta Rhymes performing live, something that a person would want to click. And then alongside with your description, you want to make sure that you're putting the best details in there so a person can read about your video before watching it. So if they lose interest, they won't just swipe out of your video. If you put something in the description that will make a person wait until the end of the video to find out about, they're most likely to watch your video all the way through. So these are just some tips for you that will help you, because again, we need them 4,000 watch hours. So it's not just about getting 1,000 people to subscribe to you, but to never watch your videos, but to get 1,000 people to subscribe to you and watch your videos on a daily basis. So the more they know about your videos, the more that they can be on point when you drop a video. So that's what you want. You want to build up a fan base on YouTube. So giving them all of the information that they need, keeping it as clear as possible, making it entertaining is a way for you to advance on YouTube and expedite your monetized process. But now that we talked about titles and descriptions, what else could you possibly need to expedite that process and get monetized on YouTube? Now we're almost done, honestly. We have majority of the list of what you need to get monetized on YouTube in an expedited way fully finished. So we're almost done here, okay? Let's talk about what the next step is, which to me is most important, we're talking about thumbnails. So the thumbnail is the first thing that they see before they click the video. They read your description, which should be clickbait, which should attract them. Then they should see your thumbnail, which will be the end or do or will I click your video. So definitely know that your thumbnail plays a big part on if people are going to watch your video. So you want something artistic, you want something that's around the video, obviously, so that they can see what the video is about. If you put another description on the video, it just amplifies the meaning of your video and it make a person want to watch it. So if you put Busta Rhymes performing, you put a picture of Busta Rhymes with a mic in his hand and put Busta Rhymes on the thumbnail, people are going to want to watch the video. So definitely want to know that thumbnails are very important for YouTube and will expedite your monetized process. You can go on Fiverr. So this is what I do. I'm going to literally give you guys a trick. I go on Fiverr. I pay a person $5 a video and they do all of my thumbnails for me. So it's super inexpensive and it's very, very important. And I have seen the results that has come from having these graphical thumbnails that I've never been able to make. And I never even took account to until this year, until I seen how important it is for your YouTube. So definitely, if you do not know how to draw, make sure you take yourself over to Fiverr. Find you a person that will do it for $5, but do not skip over this step. This step is super important. You cannot have a good niche, an amazing video, an amazing title, and then a bad thumbnail. That will just mark people away. We want every single opportunity to draw somebody in, and the thumbnail gives you an advantage of that opportunity. So make sure you have a thumbnail that people will want to see, that describes your video, that goes along with your title, that can go coexistent with your description at least, and you're guaranteed to be getting a bunch of new YouTube traffic. I mean, people have came onto my page that I don't even know just because they have seen my thumbnail and they looked at my title and watched my video. So definitely is a big plus when we're talking about making YouTube content. Your thumbnail is key. So make sure that it's nice, make sure that it's artistic, make sure that it's original, and make sure that's something that catches the eye and you're on your way to getting monetized on YouTube. Now we're basically almost done at the bottom of the bottom. We're here. We're ready to upload our video. We got our thumbnail, we got our description, we got our title, we have our amazing content, and we found our niche, Cutty. Bam! Now what else you got for me? You could possibly have nothing else for me that could possibly expedite my process. I'm on everything, right? Almost. You're basically almost on everything. Let's talk about one last thing that's very important. So this is something that kind of gets overlooked because it's all the way at the bottom. Again, we at the bottom of the bottom now of the page if we upload a video on YouTube, and you got to put your tags in. Yes. People, sleep on tags. Tags are basically keywords for your video. So when people type in the search bar, they type in, if you go to Cutty TV, you type in Cutty TV on YouTube, we pop up at the top because our YouTube channel is tagged for Cutty TV. So if anybody types in Cutty TV, we're the first ones to hop up on the search bar. So make sure that you're adding tags to your videos, man. If you're doing a performance video, put their name performing live, put their name again, put their name album, put their name plus music. Make sure that they're tagged in that video a bunch of times in a bunch of different ways so you can pop up in a lot of different multiple searches. So tags help you pop up first in the search bar. So the more tags that you have, the more that somebody makes a YouTube search around that tag on your video, then that's how high you'll pop up on the YouTube search bar. So you want to make sure that you have unique tags, you want to make sure you have original tags, and then you also want to make sure you have relatable tags also. So you want to have tags about what the video is about. Let's say, okay, going back, let's talk about Burning Trees Festival. So I would put Burning Trees Festival as the first tag, Burning Trees Festival recap, Burning Trees Festival 2022, Burning Trees Festival Soulja Boy, Burning Trees Festival Rick Ross, Burning Trees Festival Too Short. Like, these are I know other people are going to be looking for. I know that they might type in the event name to look for them, and I know that they were a part of the event. These are all tags that'll help if anybody looks up any of them searches, that my video will pop up on the top. So definitely make sure you're paying attention to your tags and using all of your tags. They give you 500 words to use. So make sure you use all 500 so that you can get the maximum benefit. So when anybody types in anything close to your video, that your video is able to pop up and they're able to find you, because the tags is what help you get discoverable. If you don't have tags on your video, even if you have your title right, even if you have your thumbnail right and your great content, your video will not pop up on the YouTube search bar because it is missing tags. And tags are basically, again, like your keywords. And if you don't pop up on the keywords in the YouTube search bar, then you just did literally all of the steps above for no reason. So I don't want you to do all of them steps and not know the most important steps, which brings everything all together, which is the tags. If your tags go along with your title and your thumbnail and your description, then you're A1, you're SEO'd all out, and you're going to pop up on the top of the YouTube search bar every single time. So this is something that would definitely expedite your monetize process. Now you're basically all done here now. I've given you all of the gems that you need. So you have your niche, you've created great content, you set that title and that description straight, you uploaded that thumbnail, and you made sure you used all of the tags that you possibly could to put on your video. So no matter what a person types in, if it's around your video is going to pop up. So you're ready, right? You're ready to upload to YouTube. There's nothing really else for you to do, and you're all set to go. Well, let me give you one more tip and then you'll be fully set to go. So the last tip that I actually have for you guys is when you're going on YouTube and you're fully done all of these, it's going to ask you, well, how would you like to publish this? Would you like to publish it now? Would you like to do unlisted, private, or premiere? Now, premiere is a new option that came up on YouTube about maybe like last year, a couple of years ago. And it's actually very helpful. And I'm going to tell you guys why you should use that option on every single YouTube video that you upload. So every YouTube video that I upload, I premiere them, whether it's an hour before or even like an instant premiere. I always premiere all of my videos. And I do this because when you premiere a video, it pops up in your subscribers' notifications. So I'm going to say this for you one more time. When you premiere your video pops up in your subscribers' notifications. So you've probably gone on YouTube before and seen some notifications on there, and you see a bunch of videos and you're wondering like, how do these people get inside of my notifications and I did not ask for them to be there? Well, what they're doing is premiering their videos so that whether you watch it or not, it's going to show up in your notifications. And if you like that YouTuber, well, the first thing you're going to do to clear out them notifications is click that notification, which will take you to your YouTube video. So that's just one last tip I can give you guys about, being the master of YouTube, expediting the process of this monetization, and getting money from YouTube now and forever. So make sure you're premiering your videos, man. Do not just publish them. I'm going to tell you this. I used to just upload videos and just publish them. I even used to set a time when I would tell people when I'm going to publish my videos, and it still didn't work. It just doesn't work unless you have a loyal following, unless you already have a fan base, unless you're going to promote it all crazy. The best option for you to do is to premiere your videos so that they pop up in your subscribers' notifications and they can watch your video later. So whether they watch it when it's premiering, whether they watch it the same day, or whether they watch it in a couple of weeks, the next time that they go back to their YouTube channel, that notification is going to be sitting there waiting and they're going to be ready to watch your video. So now you have all of the tips you need to expedite that process of getting monetized on YouTube. These are definitely all of the tips that I've learned through my process before I got monetized, and these are things that if I would have did them before, I would have got monetized way, way faster. So I definitely gave you guys a lot of good gems today. So I hope that you use them. I hope that you abuse them. Let's just recap them if you missed them all, or we've been talking a lot, so let's just go over them anyway. To basically recap this whole thing, man, you want to start off finding your niche. So once you find your niche, that's going to be step number one. Then you want to work on creating great content. Again, don't just pull out your iPhone and set it down and press record. You can do that. Again, how you start is how you finish. So that's my word on that, and I'm going to leave it there. Then you want to move on titles and descriptions. You want to make sure you got that clickbait title so you can hop up first on the YouTube search bar so people can click and watch your videos. And your description, you want it to match your title. So again, you rank higher up on the YouTube search, bringing you more free traffic. Then you want to make sure that your thumbnail is A1. If your thumbnail is A1, it's the first thing your viewer sees before they watch your video. So if your thumbnail is A1, then your video is probably the same way. Definitely know that your viewers know that. Then paying attention to your tags, man. At the end of the upload process, all the way at the bottom, it says see more. There's tags in there. Add some tags. Add anything that the video is about. If it's a hip hop video, put hip hop dancing, hip hop music, rap music, rap. A bunch of different ways for you to say hip hop. Put that into your tag so people can find your video. Then make sure you're premiering every single video that you upload so that later it's sitting inside of your subscribers' notifications and they can watch your video. These are just simple tips that I've learned that once I started applying them, my page went from not only it got monetized, but now I get traffic from people that I've never even met before. And I've been bringing in viewers and subscribers all across the country. So it's only been helping me. And I know that it's only going to help you. So definitely write down all of the tips that I just told you. See how you can, what you're doing bad on and what you can improve on and what you're doing good on. Make sure you do better at it. And get ready to get monetized on YouTube, because now you have all of the things that you need to be there. So go after it, man. This is the Still Trappin' Legally podcast, where we teach you ways of making money without needing a job. This episode was what? All about YouTube, baby. I love YouTube. I've been on YouTube. I'm an advocate for YouTube. I think YouTube needs to keep on going. So that's something that you can take advantage of, especially if you're young and you're listening to this. Man, record them moments. If you're outside with your friends, if you're playing games, whatever you can make into some YouTube content, put it on YouTube and see what happens, man. You never know where life will take you. So that's all I got for you guys, man. This episode has been pretty long. I'm so thankful that you guys sat through the whole thing with me. Thank you for listening through your car speakers, through your desktop speakers, through your Apple Pods, anything. However you're listening to this, I'm so thankful for you to keep on listening. We're on episode 8. This might be the last episode in California. We are actually leaving California in the end of October. So it was a good year run with you guys, but we on to the East Coast, baby, and episode 9 might be on the East Coast. So until next time, guys, I'm so happy to keep giving you guys tips, but you got to wait for the next episode now, because I'm all talked out and we're done here, okay? So make sure you go on YouTube, make sure you follow these tips, and you're on your way to getting monetized in an expedited way. So definitely take it from a pro. So this is the Still Trappin' Legally podcast, where we teach you all about making money without needing a job.